Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of What's Up with Tyler Gallagher. I am your host, Tyler Gallagher, bringing you a little bit of a non-traditional episode this week. You know, it's the semifinals, and my responsibilities as a journalist have to take a backseat to my responsibilities as a manager. But you know, I'm not gonna use that as an excuse to not do What's Up at all. We're gonna do it. Me and the boys are on our way to our big mashup with the Wizards of Loneliness. And we're ready to make it happen, you know? So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do one storyline to watch for each of our playoff semifinal matchups. You know that our Birds of War are a little too big to care about the consolation bracket, the 5th place game, the 11th place game. You know, fuck all that. So we'll start with my Birds of War versus the Wizards of Loneliness. The Wizards are undoubtedly one of the deepest teams in all of Borger, and you know, that matters during the regular season. We'll see if it matters during the playoffs. Because one of the factors in this game, two of my MVPs, Keenan Allen and Ramondre Stevenson, are both potentially not playing for the rest of the year. They play for shit teams other than the Birds of War. And they're both hurt, so who knows if they'll come back. Keenan Allen has already been ruled out. Ramondre Stevenson hasn't practiced yet this week. We'll see. As far as my prediction, you'll have to tune in to a later part of this episode to find out.
Big week coming up, playing the Birds of War. More like the Birds of Bore, am I right? Jalen Hurts, boring. Tush Push, boring. Christian McCaffrey, gonna have a real light workload this week. The Niners are already clinched, they're not really playing for anything, so I'm hoping he doesn't replace McCaffrey, because it's looking like McCaffrey's not gonna be getting a lot of burn trying to conserve for the playoffs, so we're playing the Birds at a good time. As far as the Wizard side goes, just looking for Kincaid to have a big bounce back week, looking for Mahomes to have a statement game. Just really liking the Wizards' odds this week. Like the way it's shaping up.
My question for this game, Jemima Kirk Cousins, ever since that Kirk Cousins injury, they've managed to weather the storm with a rotating cast at quarterback. However, they may have stumbled upon the craziest solution anyone could possibly imagine. Joe Flacco suiting up for the Cleveland Browns. And you know what? The past 3 weeks it's worked. Can Joe Flacco carry Jemima Kirk Cousins over the Taints and into the Borger Cafe final?
Yeah, this is a big one this week. We've got Jemima against the Taints, and I know Taints have had a target on their back all season. I'm hoping to hit a bullseye, you know? Looking at the matchup, it's not looking super favorable for Jemima currently, but I'm also looking at the Taints matchups, and I think that these are pretty even games, a lot of them. It's not really going to be any blowouts with people, you know, really stealing the show here or anything like that, but undeniable squad over there. Lamar, CeeDee Lamb, Kelsey, just big-time studs. Over on my end, you know, we're working with a ragtag squad of waiver wire pickups who have really had some outsized results, and I'm going to really be counting on them going forward, I think. You know, people like Singletary, who has picked up the slack for Pierce, and even folks like Isaiah Likely, who's just filling in Mark Andrews' slot and things like that. So, of course, got to mention Joe Flacco, who's probably like my 9th quarterback I've been running through this season. But he's hot. He's on a tear right now, and I'm really leaning on him. So it's been a great season, no matter what the outcome of the game. Really didn't think I would make it this far, considering how I looked after the draft. But I've really just been making some lucky, I'll use the word, I've been lucky. I've been making some lucky calls about who to sit, who to pick up, when to pick them up, things like that. I'm no analyst. I don't know what the hell I'm doing out here. But it's been fun. Great season. With Borger rules.
Remains to be seen. These are going to be 2 tightly contested matchups that I'm personally very excited for. But you know, me and my boys got to get on a plane to the vaunted Borger neutral site where these semifinal games will be taking place. So that's going to be it for What's Up this week. Wish you all a happy holidays. To Wizards, Taints, and Jemima Kirk Cousins, I wish you good luck. Not too much luck though. And that's going to be it for us. Goodbye.
Hello, Tyler and Pat, the Taints and Birds of War in the house this weekend for our playoff special. Welcome to the both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Thrilled to be on this side of the mic. Well,
Yeah.
Same side of the mic, but thank you. I've tried to keep it very objective, and I'm excited to make it very subjective right now.
Right, there you go. Well, happy to have you both. Pat, love the Christmas tree. It is the season. And
This is season.
so I don't want to waste too much time because I know a lot of people, they're just like hounding me. Listen, man, I got to talk to the 1 and 2 seeds. You know, you got to sit down with them, pick their brains a little bit. How did they do it? So I'm going to launch into some questions I have for you, and we'll kind of play it out and see how we feel over here. After this long season running hard throughout the gauntlet that is Borger Cafe, did you both ever have the sense sitting there during all these tough weeks that you might be sitting over here in this championship bracket in the semifinals, to be specific? And if so, when did you start kind of have that feeling? And if you have not had that feeling in terms of being this successful this year, why not? And kind of what turned it around? And Tyler, I'd love to get to you first on this, and then Pat will throw it over to you.
Yeah, man, it's a long season, and our team was kind of blessed with a big head start. And I believe we were 5-0 before we lost to some schlub. I forget who it was exactly. But yeah, I mean, towards the beginning of the year, I knew if Christian McCaffrey stayed healthy, I knew if Jalen Hurts stayed healthy, we had a shot. We had some unexpected contributions from, like, James Conner's been great this year when he's been healthy. Ramondre Stevenson. Yeah, so I liked my squad from the beginning, and to have that head start made, once we got to 5-0, I was like, okay, well, maybe make a run at that top seed.
Started looking after 5-0. I hear that. How about you, Pat? Same question. When did you start getting these feelings, if you had them?
Yeah, you know, had a bunch of picks all at the top there. Kind of worked on that last year to try to set myself up in the right place this season. And you know, but with that comes a lot of pressure. So it was a little worried until you start really getting out there playing the games. You don't really know how it's going to go. So yeah, you know, starting 2-3 was not good. I was not happy about that.
Yeah, most of your losses came very early in the season, and it wasn't very clear. You know, you had that big run, which we'll get into, but early on, it wasn't so easy.
Still kind of figuring out, you know, who to start, you know, figuring out what the guys were looking like. And but I really feel like I hit that stride around maybe week 8 against Wayne and his football team. You know, it was a tough battle that week, but I think after my guys dropped 170, I knew that there's a chance. I knew there was a chance that we could keep this run going. So, proud of the guys and happy to be sitting where I am now.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, 170. That was a memorable score for sure. Well, thanks, guys. Yeah, we're off to a good start over here. I gotta ask you. So, Tyler, you had just mentioned over here the week 5 stuff. Not to drag it too much in here, but I do have a question for you in here, and this is a viewer submitted question, so I really didn't have any control over this at all. But week 5, your undefeated Birds. They do drop the huge loss to the basement dwelling American Gucci. What percentage of letting your guard down you think was at play for you that week? And there were a lot of rumors. Hurts and Waddle, they were just out seeing late at the clubs, and you know what that means, automatically bad things. And so was there really a lack of focus? Was there a lack of focus over there at play that week specifically? And then we'll move on.
Yeah, man, I wouldn't call it a lack of focus. I'm a firm believer in work hard, play hard. And it's a long season, I heard of those rumors of Jalen being out at the club, and I was there too. So, it was sanctioned by the squad, and like, if we're gonna drop a game, we drop a game, But I want to make sure morale is high,
Morale over fraternization. You don't care. You say go for it. No dividing line. Go out to the club with Hurts. That's what you want.
Yeah, as long as I'm invited, then it's cool.
Moving on over here. So, Pat, you spoke a little bit about roster building. Taints had some good early picks this year, but in general, what's the most important consideration for you, and kind of what's your thought process when you're assembling a team like the Taints the way you did?
You never really know how it's going to go until you get into the rounds and see who, goes. I had my eyes set on Bijan and was pulled right before me. So had to switch things up there and,
dodged a bullet over there, man. He's had a tough one this year. He actually played a big part over there in Chase getting dipped out last week, it looked to you.
I wanted to start with a guy like Kelsey at the 4th pick, but really just trying to pick the best player that was available, kind of regardless of position, just seeing who's out there. I knew that there was always the potential to maybe trade guys, even though, I think I'm probably one of the few guys that haven't completed a trade this year. But yeah, just, having all those picks kind of afforded me a few options, like, picking Jonathan Taylor, who was on the IR to start the season. Kind of gave me that wiggle room there, and, a couple of moves like that, but yeah.
All right, good stuff. All right, listen, I want you both to rack your brains a little bit over here. I want you to think back to the manager or the managers, maybe who gave you the hardest time this year, or the ones that you lost the most sleep of. Tyler, we'll start with you on this one.
I mean, top of the list, obviously we discussed the American Gucci game. We don't need to go down that road again. But top of the list, honestly, our playoff opponent this week, Wizards of Loneliness. They played us really tough. I think we played them twice this season. Both times they scored over 130 points. And we did take both of those games because we ball. But, it's always a toss-up when your opponent's bringing it like that every week.
Yeah, he was always in it. So appreciate that. Pat, how about you? Managers, how about some matches this year you really kind of thought about a lot?
Yeah, I can definitely echo that sentiment with Wizards. They definitely, Breece Hall ran all over me that one week. Also Gasps, definitely. Devontae Adams had a big week that week against me. It was kind of impressive. But even just recently, breaking the streak to game plan. Definitely, yeah. Not lying down here at the end, still putting together a good matchup. So, but impressed all around by the entire league, you gotta say.
Well, you said it, man. You had some good ones in there. There was a lot of competition all around, and it was certainly great to see. It's just so competitive all around for sure. Pat. You think you could survive a moose kick?
Definitely not.
Hey, Tyler, you're in a crowded street, really bad wedging. Pick your ass in front of everyone?
I've done it before, and I will do it again.
All right, so guys, take me through your schedule process. All right, it's Monday night. It's after a long week of great football. Tuesday morning starts the routine, for the rest of the week. Get your guys ready for that early game Thursday, going into Friday. What do you guys, what do you do for your squads, and how do you motivate your guys and getting them in order, getting them right in order to start the week off? What about you, Tyler?
Yeah, so Tuesday is our day off. Whole squad takes a day off. And then Wednesday we're grinding. We're making sure we're seeing who's there for practice. We're making sure that everyone's fully healthy. Take a little look at the waiver wire, if need be. Especially towards the end of the year with how many injuries there are, you gotta be sure that there's a next man up mentality there. And then Thursday morning, throw that lineup in, and it's game time,
Game time. So you're talking about one full, really hard day. Tuesday, want you guys to relax. Wednesday, we're practicing. Thursday, hop in the lineup.
Yeah, you like I said, we're a work hard, play hard team. I don't want my guys to be doing too much football, You
don't want to drain them. How about you, Pat? How about you and your routines and schedule on Tuesday morning? What's it look like for you?
Well, yeah. So if the guys win, we're going out. Okay. I'm definitely a firm believer in a little treat. Give the guys a little treat. Have a little fun. Maybe strip club. Maybe some beers, whatever. Have your fun. Whatever your thing is, just make sure you make curfew, guys. Oh yeah.
All right, so both of you. All right, well, hey, maybe that is the secret for all the rest of the managers over there. We got the 1 and 2 seeds over here, and they're saying Tuesdays take it easy after a win.
Hey, but if they lose, manual labor.
Labor.
Yeah. Punishment. They gotta punish. Yeah.
This is something else. I may be talking to the next Borger champ right now. That's a lot. Boys, of course, we have reached that point in the commissioner sit down where we have our defend this segment. Hey, I'm going to start off with you, Pat. Defend this. No blockbuster trades for you this year for the Taints. We spoke about that a bit earlier. And you're also the number 1 seed. So who's to say, of course, that's a bad thing. But we're trying to get a little bit behind the method. So we'd love for you to defend the lack of the movement. And also, if there maybe were any trades that you thought of at some point that you were trying to sell or maybe get off or work with another organization, maybe they didn't go through, obviously, but maybe one stands out. So I'm going to throw that one to you first. Defend this.
So yeah, no trades, but it wasn't for a lack of not trying. I definitely reached out to a couple guys. Sometimes the best trade you make.
What position? Oh, I'm sorry. Only to interrupt to ask you. I wouldn't get into the details of the trade, but what position were you thinking of improving on? I'll only ask that.
I was open to everything. It was really, early in the situation, kind of just early in the season, just trying to feel out kind of like where guys were at and see who was looking to move things. Definitely towards the deadline, I was definitely starting to look down playoffs and those weeks and stuff like that. Made a hard push for Eckler with Gaffney to no response.
Gaffney was dangling him out there for a bit. Hockey season happened, and he was just like, who wants Eckler?
I had some chats with game plan, football Gordons. There was definitely some things that were kind of out there. There was definitely guys. I threw out guys like Kelsey in a couple of trade offers.
Oh.
It was Devontae Smith, Lamar Jackson. Yeah, there was definitely.
There had to be some serious value there if you were thinking about Kelsey, because that guy's a hell of an earner.
Trying to bust the block, bro.
Tyler, Let me ask you this. Your defend this.
I know where this is going.
Wednesday, October 18th, has taken on the title of Dark Wednesday in our league. You were one of the managers that sparked the incident. Would love for you to defend as a manager averaging over 150 points a week. How you thought it was a kosher, a good move, if you will, to try to trade rape a basement dweller like that in mid-season.
I vividly remember the day. I did one of my off-day routines when I lived over at the Zell Hotel still. There's an Indian buffet that I would go to by myself. So on the way over to the Indian buffet, I thought, hey, I need to make some moves. I need to make an upgrade. But I only want to make an upgrade that makes sense to myself. I submit an offer to one Mr. Gaffney. I think it ends up being pretty fair. I eat my Indian buffet. I look at my phone to 1,000 messages in this group chat.
Right.
Borger Main, as we all call it. And, you know, I get it. You don't want the rich getting richer, but
Seemed a little tough.
Yeah. And I did what was best for my team. And that's all you can do as a manager. I'm not thinking, ooh, is everyone going to be okay with this trade? I'm thinking, how much better does this make Birds of War? And that's all I care about. And you know, it got a little ugly in there, and I won't apologize for any of my actions.
You don't feel like you need to defend any of that, is what you're saying.
No. I tried to make the team better.
Yeah.
And I tried to do it again with Wayne, but he fell asleep. And that's
well, that was Sleepgate. That's also a different issue. Sleepgate. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if we were getting to Sleepgate on this interview, but
I mean, that could be. You know, we still have a couple more shows before the end of the season. We'll see if that could pop its head in.
We'll do this Sleepgate special next week.
I like Snoozegate better. I think I like Snoozegate.
Well, we could send that.
Snoozegate is better.
We'll be in BNN investigations. That actually could be fun. Well, listen, Tyler. Apologetic or not, I do appreciate you answering the question there. And I guess sometimes, like we're learning over here, sometimes on Defend This, sometimes you just have a difficult manager who refuses to defend that. So, there we go. So, we have four teams left, including y'all. And I just want to ask you both flat out, predictions for the weekend. Pat, I'll start with you. Taints Jemima. How's it going to go down?
The guys are ready. I'll tell you that much.
Guys are ready?
They have been working tirelessly all season for this moment. But I know Jemima's going to bring it too. So,
who do you like in Birds Wizards?
Who do I like in Birds Wizards?
Well, I'm not going to ask you who you like. I'm asking your predictions. So that's a bit different than that. Yeah. But who do you?
I think that one's going to come down to the wire. For sure. I don't know.
Tell you what, if you advance to the championship, who would you rather be playing?
Oh, jeez. Well, since I lost the Wizards, I believe. Pretty sure I lost the Wizards.
Team-wise. This is just the team you'd rather go in there.
I also think I don't think Birds and Taints have matched up yet. All season, have we? I
don't think so.
I mean, so obviously
it's the division scheduling that threw a few of us in some more divisional matchups naturally and stuff like that. But we didn't see some other managers this year in the 12-person league. Yeah,
that's definitely the one written in the stars. I think. I mean, you're right. That's the one that I would love to see up there in the finals. But
yeah,
like I said, happy to be here and and just hope that I can live another week and we can get there.
For sure. Hear that, Pat. All right, so Tyler, over to you. What are we thinking over here? Predictions for this weekend, your match, the other semifinal contest. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I discussed earlier, Wizards, we know they're a great team. One of the deepest teams in the league, but this time of year, it doesn't so much matter how deep your team is. It's about who are the best guys you're putting in the lineup.
Yeah, it becomes a different thing for sure.
Yep. And I mean, it's gonna be a hard fought battle, but I mean, I gotta have confidence in my boys. As long as McCaffrey's going to be playing and Jalen Hurts are going to be playing.
You think a close match though, or you think Birds are really gonna? It's gonna be ugly and disgusting and gross, filthy.
Yeah, filthy, and it's gonna get into the decimal points. But I think we're gonna pull it out. I do have Taints in the other game. I do predict a Taints Birds final.
We're riding right along, but yeah, Jemima Wizards, great matches, and it all started tonight over here in this New Orleans game, so we're already off, kind of, and that's really exciting stuff. So hey, listen, thanks for both of you. Thanks to both of you for everything today and for sharing your time. And all right, here we go, lightning round. Here we go. Pat, is Justin Timberlake the new King of Pop?
King of Pop? No, I don't think so. I mean, he's basically Frank Sinatra, the Disney version. So, no.
Tyler.
I could talk about this for 45 minutes. But I'll keep it simple. Maybe in 2007. Today, no.
Tyler, favorite planet?
Earth. We're living on it, baby.
Pat, favorite planet?
Saturn. It's between Jupiter and Uranus.
Simpsons or South Park?
Simpsons. Simpsons until South Park came around. But yeah, Simpsons.
I'll take Simpsons as well.
Simpsons, both of you. Love it. Pat, you like getting choked a little? Tyler, choking. Like it? Pat, ever forget?
Always remember.
Tyler.
Yeah, like every fucking day.
Pat, we've heard of hot yoga, but why no cold yoga?
Yoga pants are very tight.
Tyler?
I mean, that just sounds fucking miserable. That sounds like Clamp City. I don't like that.
Tyler, should every man be able to build a table?
I mean, I can build an IKEA table. Every man should be able to build an IKEA table.
Pat, table?
Anything's a table if you put your mind to it.
Here we go. Tyler, who'd win in a fight? Cato from the OJ trial currently, or Ted Cruz?
OJ trial is before my time, but not Ted Cruz.
Heard that. Taints? Cato Kalin currently. Cruz.
Currently. I mean, Cato Kalin seems like a juice boy. I don't know. I think Ted Cruz is going to win by any means necessary. Eye gouging, fighting. Ted Cruz.
Vampire stuff. Pat, annuals or perennials?
Excuse me, perenniums?
Tyler, annuals or perennials?
That threw me off. Dude, perennials.
Okay, cool. Boys, thank you so much. I really, really can't help. But thank you again because you've been so helpful, so great for the league. The 1 and 2, you guys really made it happen tonight. We all did it together like a big Top Dog family, Just us, Top Dogs, American Gucci, Tainted Birds, all hanging out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for real, thanks again, guys. And,
where's my boy Gaffney at?
I don't know, probably at a Ranger game. But good luck the rest of the way out.
Hey, go Birds.
Ain't all day, baby.